The gods who built it vanished, leaving behind their instruments that aimlessly reshaped the land. These ancient relics harness an unknowable force we call the Anthem of creation. But the Anthem refuses to be controlled. To survive, our ancestors invented the javelins and built cities with great walls. It falls to a dedicated group of heroes to face the chaos, protect our homes, and fight for our very survival. We are freelancers.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? Supra here. Today we have for you Anthem. It is finally released. Yes, it is finally here. Everybody has been anticipating this game for a very long time. It was first teased in June 2017 at E3. The game was finally released February 22nd, 2019, which I had been playing this game last night, and it was a lot of fun. It was hard for me to go to sleep because I was really enjoying playing this game. But first, I'm going to talk about what you need to know about the game basics, and all the pros of this game. At the end of the video, I will be talking about the hate toward this game. I mean, I don't know if it was justified hate or if it was just people hating on another EA game. I think BioWare really knocked it out of the park with this game. I've been having a lot of fun with this game. But BioWare has developed some very good games like Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Jade Empire, Mass Effect series, and Dragon Age. Like those were great games. I played all of them. So let's do a little backstory on this game. The world itself was created by gods called Shapers, who for some unknown reason abandoned their work but left their devices behind. The technology of the devices activates randomly, which causes changes to the world and creates a hostile environment. There's also another threat coming from a group called the Dominion, and they're trying to harness the power of these devices. That's where you come in as a freelancer. It's your job to stop them from getting this power, using power armored suits called javelins. There are 4 different types of javelins you can choose from. The Ranger, which is a well-rounded javelin for all play types. It's a very good one to start off with, and I'm so glad that they start you off with that one. The Colossus, which is more of a tank, not particularly my play style, but I do like this javelin. I played with it for a little bit. The Storm, which is a javelin that can hover in air and just rains terror from the air. It's a very good offensive javelin. Last but not least, we have the Interceptor. This javelin's like a very speedy javelin. It's very up close and personal, and it really depends on your play style of which javelin you want to play as. Now, you do unlock all the javelins. There are certain levels you have to get to unlock them. 2, 8, 16, and finally 26. Fort Tarsus is a huge human settlement and is your primary base of operation. You'll customize your javelin there, your equipment, and sort through your loot, and meet the characters who live there. It's not the multiplayer social hub. It's like your own private little retreat. Now, be warned, in this game, your decisions in Fort Tarsus have a major or minor effect in your gameplay. Whatever choices you make will be unique for your playthrough. This game you can't really play alone, and I think that many people are hating it because of that fact that you can't play it alone. If you have a group of friends to play with, this game is great to play. There is like a portion of free play where you can go off by yourself. You don't have to stick with people all the time. I think people are thinking that you have to. You can play free play a little difficult, especially with my play style. I am very aggressive and very forward. It just depends on your play style. What would you want to do? There is a bunch of concerns with this game as its initial release. At launch, there is no cross-platform, but it will be introduced in the game later on. Another thing that I think players are really bashing on, the level cap is level 30, and I think a lot of players feel like you should be able to level past that. I mean, it does take a while to even get to level 10. I mean, I've played this game for 3 hours, and I've only gotten to like level 8, something like that, and it's a very grindy game. I mean, you don't have to pay for anything. If you want certain loot, you could just grind for it. You don't have to pay for it. Now, I have seen a lot of YouTube videos or Reddit posts with hates toward this game, and there's just the pros of this game, which is beautifully graphically designed and it's very fast paced. Uh, it's it's very unique in its own sense of game. I think they've done a really great job with this game. I'm having a lot of fun playing this game. I've been looking at posts, like I said, on Reddit or YouTube. Like some people are complaining that the combat is simple, which I mean, it kind of is. It's simple enough for a console player to enjoy. You've got your melee attack, two secondaries attack, and then you have two weapons that you can wield at a time on top of that. They're not trying to make a game that's too complex for people to get irritated with controls, or everybody going completely new into Anthem and just not knowing the controls at all. Another complaint is that the campaign's too short. I mean, I don't know. I don't think anybody really has had the time yet to complete the campaign. If you have, my hat's off to you. But the campaign, so far, it seems interesting. It is a little edgy here and there. A real big reason with this game that people are hating is that there is no PvP. Big games like Fortnite, strictly PvP, well, the Battle Royale, and Apex Legends, they're both PvP games. And I think a lot of people are not liking it because there's no PvP at launch. They were talking about it being introduced later on. I'm not sure when. Nobody knows when. It's something to look forward to. I would look forward to PvP personally because, like I said, my play style is aggressive. A lot of people are saying that the loot is boring. I mean, I guess you could say in a way, because I mean, whenever you pick up loot, it does pop up on your screen, only rare item or common item, uncommon item, so on and so forth. You never know what you're gonna get until you get back to Fort Tarsus, which I think is very anticipating. I do enjoy that system. I mean, as far as the loot goes, I think people are expecting you to get like seriously good weapons at the very beginning of the game. That's not how it works. You're supposed to enjoy the game, and if you really want those really high tier weapons, then you need to grind for it. That's what they're trying to get players to do. Another thing is that people are saying that the enemies are not challenging. If they're not challenging enough for you, I would say just go in there by yourself and try it. I do think the enemies are challenging. I have been playing a lot of free play and just going around and trying to take over stuff by myself, and it is challenging. I do really enjoy the way they program them. It's not like you can just hide for like 10 minutes and them not find you. It seems like they're always on your back. It doesn't matter what enemy you're facing. And a lot of people are hating on Fort Tarsus. I think Fort Tarsus is beautiful. I love the way, you exit the doors from speaking to Owen at the very beginning of the game, and you're just like looking up in the air, and it's just like, wow, this place is really pretty. A lot of people are complaining about the face animations of the characters as well. I personally do not see anything wrong with them. The face animations are great. In my personal opinion, I don't know where all that's coming from. I mean, the face animations aren't as bad as people are saying. I think it's just because people want to hate on it because it's an EA game or it's clickbait. It's just people trying to get views. The only thing that I see that I don't like about this game so far is that if you're paired up in a random group and you get down within a mission, somebody has to come revive you. Well, not everybody's paying attention, and you're just sitting there on the ground like, help me, but not everybody has a mic. I haven't found a way to back out whenever I'm downed, and it's probably my fault for being too aggressive and picking the javelin that I use. I mean, it's not a very simple system. If you are down, there is no way to revive yourself or to tell somebody that, hey, you're down. Unless they have mics, they can hear you. The only way I've gotten up from being down so far is just restarting my console. There was no way to get to the menu when I was downed. There was nothing like that. That's the only thing I can see them having to work on. But overall, this game is very well built. It's graphically beautiful. The fighting style is fun, very unique. It's exciting, and I really don't see all the hate toward it. And honestly, if you're looking for a game that you and your friends can hop in and just go around just totally destroying stuff, or if you just love scenery video games such as Horizon Zero Dawn or anything like that, this game is a very good game to play. I highly recommend it. I see nothing wrong with this game as far as I've played.
Something's gonna bring the change. Journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away.